Here you see our Teacher of Science artwork. I want this to fill the front of the shirt, so it has been laid out on a 12 by 14-inch grid. As you can see, there is a lot of white space, so if I print this as it is, there will be a lot of wasted vinyl. This is especially true, as I have an order for several of these shirts. I am going to print one copy of this layout on paper. I will use this to mark up the perfect pressing grid for repeatable and identically laid out shirts. Now I have printed the layout, I'm going to move the artwork to maximize use of the material. Just to show how much vinyl we are saving, let's see if we can get another shirt out of the same amount of material. As you can see, we can get 2 shirts, and some change, out of a 12 by 14-inch sheet of vinyl, making this at least a 100% saving. Now I have printed out the artwork and paper template, I am ready to mark up the perfect pressing grid. I place the printed artwork on the t-shirt in a position that I am happy with. Now I place the perfect pressing grid on top, with the neckline matched to the shirt size. Using a Sharpie, I mark up the locations for all the separate pieces of artwork that need to be placed. These marks are on the top of the grid, so none of them will come in contact with the shirts. I turn the grid over and put some double-sided tape in suitable positions for each piece of artwork. The tape will be between the grid and the release film, so it does not need to be heat resistant. Now I can position the first set of artwork on the double-sided tape. Now I can press my first shirt. I have already heated the heat press and pressed the shirt, so now I can position the loaded grid on the shirt using the neckline and grid markings, and cover it with a silicone sheet. The upper limit recommended for the grid is 160 degrees Celsius, or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. When my vinyl pressing temperature is below this, I just need to add 5 seconds to the pressing time to allow for the grid. Once pressed, I remove the grid and peel the vinyl hot, or cold, as per its instructions. The grid does get hot, so I wear heat protective gloves. When the vinyl pressing temperature is above 160 degrees Celsius, or 320 degrees Fahrenheit, I fix the design in place at 150 degrees Celsius, or 300 degrees Fahrenheit, for 10 seconds first. Later I fully fix all the shirts by pressing them again, without the grid, at the recommended temperature and time, and then peel hot or cold as directed. Now the savings start to rack up. I can now reload the grid and repeat this process as many times as I need. This can be very fast when I have one person loading one grid, while I heat press with another. When the job is finished, a quick wipe with solvent to remove Sharpie marks on the top, and adhesive residue on the bottom, and I am ready for my next design. When I use the grid at hotter temperatures, it can develop some warping, and may even take on the texture of the shirt. This is normal and does not impact the use of the grid. If needed, I reflatten the grid by pressing it at 150 degrees Celsius, or 300 degrees Fahrenheit, for 30 seconds on a flat platen without a shirt. The only heat press safe t-shirt ruler on the market, and available for compact and full shirt-sized heat presses.